everyone, welcome back to Resin Nut. Hey, normally we've been doing a lot of projects that have been taking a lot of resin, and so today I thought we would just kind of have fun and play around with this little cameo mold that I got on Amazon. Okay, so I am going to use some Lux Resin Chameleon mica powders, and I'm going to paint my inside of my cameo here. Oops, I guess I haven't opened this one yet. This color that I'm using is called Champagne. Okay, so I'm just going to dip my dry brush in here and kind of just shake it off and go ahead and paint the inside of this mold. Okay, she is done. What I'm going to do is clean up the sides of the mold part here on the outsides. Can you see where I got a little bit around on the sides here? I don't want that. So I'm going to just take my baby wipe and try to get that off. And I'm also going to turn this upside down and shake it into the garbage real quick. Okay, so I'm going to use black, just in regular mica powder. This is not Chameleon. And I'm going to really carefully, for some reason my black has tended to be really staticky. Like if I take a tiny bit on my brush, it just flies everywhere. So I'm sprayed just a tiny bit of alcohol on the end of my brush. I'm gonna see if that will help a bit. Just kind of keep it on my brush, and I'm gonna go just around the outside of this part here. I don't want to get it on the inside where we've painted her with the Chameleon powder. I don't want to get the black mixed in there. So I want to use either the plum or the galaxy. I actually think I'm going to go with the plum. Okay? I think the galaxy could be a bit too dark. This is actually a really pretty mica powder, Chameleon mica powder here. So I'm going to go ahead and use my bigger brush, and I'm going to go all around the outsides of this one here. Clean off my brush. I'm going to let this sit while I get my resin put together. And this is what we've got so far. Okay, there we go, guys. It's all ready and cleaned up and ready for the resin. All right, I'll be back when I get this mixed up and ready to pour. Okay, everybody, I'm back and we've got resin made up here. I poured just a little bit into this little small container. I'm going to be using black for my resin, okay, and I'm going to color it with my Black Velvet Waterproof India ink. I'm going to be using my favorite Black Velvet Waterproof India ink, and it's my favorite because it mixes up really, really well and easily, really opaque, and you get a really glossy, dark finish when it's cured. Okay, and it doesn't take very much at all to get that dark, opaque look. I'm gonna go, I've got some bit of bubbles in here. I'm gonna just give it a quick spray, and maybe just a quick spray from back here. I'm back here maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches. I'm gonna spray my mold just lightly. I don't want big blobs in there. Go ahead and pour really slowly. I'm not letting my resin sit very long because I want it to be thinner and not too thick for it getting into all these little crevices, okay? And there's a lot of little crevices. And then when this is all cured, our little cameo here is going to be sitting in the center. I am going to take one of my little wooden skewers and just make sure that I'm into these little, especially the little crevices here. I don't want bubbles at the bottom. So I'm just kind of poking down at the bottom there. And I'm going to give it another spray with my alcohol here. I'll probably come back in a few minutes and give it another spray. And then gosh, we'll be back tomorrow to unmold this and then we'll put it together. Okay? I'll see you then. Hello everyone, I'm back to demold our little cameo that we did. I'm really excited to see how this turned out, and it's all cured. And I don't know if doing the black was the best idea. I went to bed last night and started thinking, gosh, maybe I should have tried it in a gold backing. But I haven't made one of these before, so there's always the next time. But let's see how the backing of this is going to turn out. This is where it'll sit. Okay. What do you think about this? The chameleon powders, gosh, it's pretty. It was kind of it was called Galaxy, and I think that it had kind of a reddish pink looking at it one way, and then maybe a blue looking at it the other way. Let's see what it looks like with this in there. Okay, and here's our middle piece. This really turned out well as far as the mica powders being picked up. The chameleon mica powders picked up really well on this part here. And then we used just a plain black mica powder for the background. This might be a tad bit dark. Let's see what would happen if we put it in. If it fits right in here, I don't even know. Well, not right in. Okay, well, I'll have to do a bit of trimming, I guess, to get it to fit right inside of there. But that is pretty dark. I'm going to have to do something, I feel like, to brighten this up a bit. It's pretty, but it's a little darker than what I had wanted. So, I'll probably have to brighten this up, but I think before I finish this, I think I'm going to give this another go, okay? And I'll be back when I decide on different colors. All right, I'll see you then. Okay, so I went ahead and just trimmed up really quickly the sides here that were kind of just barely a little bit of an overflow, but it was enough to make it not fit. But now it does fit. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just try this really quickly and do just a gold rim around the sides here of this part of the cameo. There we go. That kind of might have helped a bit. And then I feel like we need to do kind of the same around here. Really dark. So do you see how this kind of really helped? Just that dark blue. Now with that little bit of gold and kind of doing some antiquing around on the inside of it, definitely kind of brightened it up a bit, huh? Okay, now what about this? This part here, I feel like it's really kind of dark too. I don't know if I can do the same in here. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe a bit of gold in there. I'm trying to save the piece. Well, that at least brightened it up a little bit. Can you see the difference? Okay, now I'm going to take just a tiny bit of Loctite glue and just go ahead and stick it in there. And if we can go ahead and still make another one if we want, but at least this one won't go to complete waste. Just kind of fits right inside. Snap it in there. Okay, what do you think? There it is so far. Okay, so we could, if we really wanted to, we could go ahead and do a clear resin over the top if we wanted it glossy. This is kind of a matte finish mold, so you get a matte finish look when it's finished. The back of it, you could finish this off and do another coat so it's all nice and clean. Looks like a little like glitter or something from the mica powder so has leaked through. So you could do, you know, one more coat of something over the back. You could do a pin back here, or you could also just put a bail on and make a pendant. And yeah, actually, it actually is much prettier now with, I feel like, with the gold. I don't know, what do you guys think? But I'm not done with it yet. I'm gonna keep working on it, and I'll be back when I decide what the next step is. All right, see you then. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So, you know, I just couldn't leave this alone. I wasn't ready to give up on it. So what I did is I went in, I took my gold paint marker and I added gold to her hair, and I added gold here to some of the highlights on her gown and around her neckline here, or whatever that is, and then a little bit of gold to her necklace that she's wearing. Okay, so now what I decided to do is I've dug out my little Swarovski crystals that I've got here. I've got, oh, I don't know, a couple different sizes, and I'm not interested in the colored ones right now, so I'm going to set those aside. But I think I am going to place, gosh, just a few maybe around here to keep kind of adding to this. I just don't want to give up on her yet. This, I'm trying to think where I got this. Might have been Amazon, but gosh, there was 1,440 pieces in here. So you can do a lot with that. And I don't think these are Swarovski brand, but they are super sparkly and still really fun. Okay, so I'm just going to pour out a few here. And I'm definitely going to get my tweezers for this and my glue. Now what I'd like to do, I think, is I've got a little something I can just put some glue out on. Maybe this little extra piece of resin that came out of one of my mixing jars. I'm going to set that there. I'm just going to pour out a little bit of glue like that. I don't know if you can see it very well. I don't want my glue bottle to sit open, but it's not very much. Just a little bit right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of my, oh gosh, I was looking for one of my big pointy sticks here. I'll tell you what, I use these skewers a lot. And okay, so anyway, I'm going to take just a tiny bit of glue, and I'm going to just put about right here. I found a little empty dot, and I'm going to stick one of these in there. Okay, oh yeah, that's going to look prettier already, I can tell. And I'm just going to go along the sides here and add a few of these. Whoops, get back here. Okay, wow, yeah, look at the difference. Look at the difference that made. Isn't that so pretty? Huh? That is just really pretty. We kind of took something that really, only a mother could love maybe, and really started making it turn out into something just really beautiful. I think it's really pretty now, okay? Now the only other thing I want to do is she is wearing, I don't know if you can even see, it's so tiny. Can you see that she's wearing a necklace here, and she's got a tiny little drop of a pendant, and I'm gonna try to place one more little sparkly thing right there where her pendant would be. Let's see if I've got enough glue here. I might have to add a bit more. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. This makes just a beautiful finishing touch for her. There. There, what do you think? Huh? Do you think we saved her? Do you think this turned out to be okay, or do you still kind of think maybe it's a fail, but with just some sparkly things around it now? Gosh, okay, so I have also picked out for her this bronze colored bail, okay? I had gold and different colors, but I feel like because even though I put the gold around it, we had the black background, so I feel like it still kind of came out with a bronzy color. Make sure my stones are all set before I turn this over. I feel like they are all secure. This one here too. Oh my gosh, you guys, really pretty, really pretty. Okay, so the backing isn't the best. How about since I've gone this far, how about we take some kind of a gold and do the back with gold. It doesn't have to be a fancy one. I think I'm just going to use this Treehouse Studios gold. Save my deco, my 18 karat gold leaf, the Krylon, and then the deco for like the fronts of projects. But it's nice to have one on hand that's just kind of okay. Okay, I think this is going to definitely help cover up this back that had the mica powders coming through. How you guys doing? Everybody staying with me okay? Are you bored of this project and thinking, oh my gosh, just be done with it already? Everything is covered on the back of this as far as all of the black. Now it just needs to dry. And I will come back and we will put the bail on it and we'll see how it looks when it's all complete. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. I just brought you back just quick enough for you to glue this little bail on here with me. And that's just for anybody who's never done that before. And it's really quick and easy. And yeah, it's turned out really pretty. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is see our back is all dried now. The gold looks much better than it did when it was black with the glitter run through. So basically what I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of Loctite glue and just kind of put just a tiny bit here right in the center. This really does not weigh very much. This little piece here, it's very light. So I'm just going to put this on here. My finger's far enough away from it, and I'm just going to hold it usually for about, only about 10-15 seconds usually. It's about usually all it takes. And then I will set it out to dry. Okay, yep, it's already set up. So it's on there pretty tight, it's not going anywhere. So here it is. What do you think? Kind of really went from trash to, I don't know if I want to say treasure, but big difference. Really big difference on how it was when we first started to now. You know, me see if I can get it focused in a bit better. Is that better? I mean, I still don't like the fact that her self is pink-ish purple. And I do plan to make another one. But yeah. Anyway, there she is. And thank you for joining me and hanging with me through this whole process. I really appreciate all of you. And I will see you next time.